I think there's a lot of concern, especially as fast as technology is moving today, and especially with AI, and especially some of the statements that we, hear out of some of the major AI providers out there. Maybe I'm an optimist, but I think the human element really still adds a tremendous value. And so I think the real competitors in the world 10 years from now will be those that used AI as a tool to assist their employee, equipping them again with thoughtfully implemented pragmatic AI solutions to really accelerate their workflows. I know that's like probably one of the biggest use I've personally gotten out of AI in the last few years is, just making some of the things that I have to do as a leader within the organization to make things a little bit less mentally taxing so I can, one, maybe enjoy my job a little bit more, and two, be able to just work more effectively and more thoughtfully. Yeah, I think that kind of to the point that we've always known that social engineering was one of the most successful approaches to breaching an organization. I think how AI is used these days in social engineering is certainly probably one of the most interesting topics and most concerning things that we have to address. A lot of our training around social engineering, grammatical issues, phrasing issues, mistakes, things like that, or things that didn't look quite right or sound quite right, depending on the approach. This with AI, it's a whole different world. I think as we see AI natively integrated into products, and then how people use that and leverage that, that introduces all kinds of new security challenges because AI is most valuable when you can connect it to knowledge sources and kind of bring a lot of things together. So whether it's coming from the AI's utilization of how's it used by attackers and threats of coming into an organization, or how does an organization govern it when you're probably connecting many sources from different vendors, different partners in order to use AI with in-house. It's certainly driven a lot of the conversation internally over the last year, if not longer. At my very first job in IT, my boss had a saying, "We do not sell technology because it's cool." And I think that's very true about AI as well. It's like, okay, that's cool, but what value does it bring? Does it save my people time? If it saves my people time, time is money, right? So that's really where the value comes in place. That it goes off and does all these little things that I never really asked it to do. Like, that's cool. I don't know that it's valuable. So I think that's probably the 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 bar that I'd make vendors cross before I started integrating it into my environment. So again, there's lots of companies out there that want to sell like the latest and greatest, the AI thing or something like that, and it does all these amazing things. But I think uh, from that standpoint, just be very cautious about. And again, it goes back to value. Like, what real value am I going to get out of this? And then it's also true with like existing tools of I think early days of AI, there was a lot of companies did implementations that were fast and did some cool things, but maybe the efficacy of it wasn't great. But we've seen so much improvement across a lot of major vendors recently around how they've implemented AI or integrated AI within their tools, and I think that. That AI integration is where the real value is. I think we're seeing that in a lot of tool sets, and it's like every day things get a little bit better.